Talk about the next 5 minutes after you score. Stone's taking a chance. The keeper's out. Look at this. Stone scores it from midfield.
Quick pitch to Deshaun Heckman, definitely being a major runner for the Vikings, and he's just going to show that speed. He's got one man to beat, and that'll be a great touchdown for the Viking.
For South Adams, and that is the game point. Serve goes out of bounds for Neal.
Heading into the second, most definitely. Eli for 3. He gets it.
Hand off to KCO. KCO gets in. It is touchdown.
Up with it. She's going to try a 3, and she'll get that.
They came in and stole the zebra out of the glass case and replaced it with a tiger. And a bunch of bones and some blood in there to kind of make it like
To run through on the ball. Yes. And there's a goal, and she wasn't ready. And Dunlap's smart and takes time and takes it quick.
Good defense by Dunlap.
Morgan tipped it. Courtney steals it. She's got a 1v1. She goes after it, puts it up, and it's good.
Elbow, now to Ruff. Ruff against the 2-3 zone to Malco. 3 left baseline for the Lady Zebras is good, and Rochester up 23-21.
Owen sets for the 2-2 pitch, and that's a fly ball into center field, going back.
The ball gets it up and over to Rowe. Rowe just puts it in for an easy 2.
Talk about the next 5 minutes after you score. Stone's taking a chance. The keeper's out. Look at this. Stone scores it from midfield.
Quick pitch to Deshaun Heckman, definitely being a major runner for the Vikings, and he's just going to show that speed. He's got one man to beat, and that'll be a great touchdown for the Viking.
For South Adams, and that is the game point. Serve goes out of bounds for Neal.
Heading into the second, most definitely. Eli for 3. He gets it.
Hand off to KCO. KCO gets in. It is touchdown.
Up with it. She's going to try a 3, and she'll get that.
They came in and stole the zebra out of the glass case and replaced it with a tiger. And a bunch of bones and some blood in there to kind of make it like
To run through on the ball. Yes. And there's a goal, and she wasn't ready. And Dunlap's smart and takes time and takes it quick.
Good defense by Dunlap.
Morgan tipped it. Courtney steals it. She's got a 1v1. She goes after it, puts it up, and it's good.
Elbow, now to Ruff. Ruff against the 2-3 zone to Malco. 3 left baseline for the Lady Zebras is good, and Rochester up 23-21.
Owen sets for the 2-2 pitch. And that's a fly ball into center field going back.
The ball gets it up and over to Rowe. Rowe just puts it in for an easy 2.
Talk about the next 5 minutes after you score. Stone's taking a chance. The keeper's out. Look at this. Stone scores it from midfield.
Quick pitch to Deshaun Heckman, definitely being a major runner for the Vikings, and he's just going to show that speed. He's got one man to beat, and that'll be a great touchdown for the Viking.
For South Adams, and that is the game point. Serve goes out of bounds for Neal.
Heading into the second, most definitely. Eli for 3. He gets it.
Hand off to KCO. KCO gets in. It is touchdown.
Up with it. She's going to try a 3, and she'll get that.
They came in and stole the zebra out of the glass case and replaced it with a tiger. And a bunch of like bones and some blood in there to kind of make it like
Let her run through on the ball. Yes. And there's a goal, and she wasn't ready. And Dunlap's smart and takes time and takes it quick.
Good defense by Dunlap.
Morgan tipped it. Courtney steals it. She's got a 1v1. She goes after it, puts it up, and it's good.
Elbow, now to Ruff. Ruff against the 2-3 zone to Malco. 3 left baseline for the Lady Zebras is good, and Rochester up 23-21.
Owen sets for the 2-2 pitch. And that's a fly ball into center field going back.
The ball gets it up and over to Rowe. Rowe just puts it in for an easy 2.
Talk about the next 5.
Hello and welcome to RTC TV4. We're here at North Judson as the Caston Comets take on the North Judson Blue Jays. I can't even pronounce anything today.
The sky's blue.
Yes. It's obviously a game of football. I did not mention that earlier.
That's all right.
Let's go ahead and run through the lineup here. You have North Judson side.
Yes, home team tonight, North Judson San Pierre Blue Jays. Not the starting lineup, just the entire roster for North Judson. Number 5, Fletcher Greer. Number 7, Sam Back. Number 9, Caden Peretti. Number 10, Max Reinbold. Number 11, Caleb Peretti. Number 14, Jagger Boyd. Number 18, Logan Block. Number 20, Manuel Barnes. Number 21, Devin Condon. Number 22, Logan Brown. 24, Trey Hampton. 27, Nolan Scheidler. 28, Josh Lee. Number 30, Chris Contreras. Number 32, Chance Thomas. 33, Chucky Wilcox. 35, JJ Blount. Number 40, Seth Barnett. And rounding out the roster, number 41, Tabor Brown.
And for the Caston Comets, we have number 4, Maddie Hunter. Number 5, Lonnie Nice. Number 7, Tate Cowell. Number 8, Blake Albright. Number 12, Zach Conrad. Number 20, Brady Hartman. Number 35, Colton Welker. Number 40, Casey Alt. Number 44, Gavin Hickle. Number 55, Brandon Kinser. Number 65, Hunter Shanelob. Number 69, Peyton Hedrick. Number 70, Keegan Doughty. Number 72, Dylan Tabler. Number 77, Seth Johnson. Number 79, Sam Duvall. Number 82, Hunter Schaefer. Number 86, Chris Smith. And we just got word that Caston will receive the ball as the Blue Jays get ready to kick it off. Perfect weather tonight. This is the second game in a row that I've been able to film football-wise where it's more than we could ask for.
Yeah, I was even thinking today when you pop out of the office for lunch, it's not necessarily your normal August humidity that you still sometimes feel, even though we're towards the end of August. It's actually really nice fall weather, and being outdoors is very enjoyable.
Yeah, I think September's teasing us a little bit.
I know. Let's that's what February did, and then March was a raging mess. So let's not do that again in the fall.
Very little wind tonight, too, as well, so
yeah.
Not much of a weather factor at all.
Nope, not even a cloudy sky. It's, like you said, perfect weather, and very impressed with North Judson's field. They've got some nice Blue Jays painted out there. They definitely take care of their facility for sure.
Looks like we have Chance Alt ready to receive for Caston on the back end. As number 30, Chris Contreras gets ready to kick it off. Casey Alt. I went to school at Chance Alt. Casey Alt is receiving the ball.
Got the last name right.
I'll mess that up all day because I went to school with half of these brothers.
Yeah.
Ooh. Wow, the Blue Jays recover the football after Caston gets a low ball there, hitting number 55.
Blue Jays recover.
Brandon Kinser, and everybody's kind of caught off their feet.
Yeah, honestly, I lost it in the camera over here, so I can only imagine being down there not expecting
it only made it to the front line there of the Caston Comets, and I don't think anybody was expecting that for a kickoff. So
was
the
that
Blue Jays
intentional? Almost
yeah, it definitely seemed intentional. So the Blue Jays are going to take it here from the 45-yard line on Comet's side of the field, giving them a really good position here for the first possession. Going to make about a 5-yard gain.
With the carry.
Number 5, Fletcher Greer
He gets 5.
with the carry. Bringing the Blue Jays to the 40-yard line. 2nd and 5. Another good push by the Blue Jays, taking it to the right side this time. Once again, Fletcher Greer with the carry.
Greer with the carry again.
Going to be
Blue Jay first down.
First down here after just 2 attempts.
Only being the second game in this season so far, I wonder if that initial kick is a tactic that North Judson usually uses, or since it's so early in the season, it's hard to scout that.
Yeah, that's something that you would not expect this early on.
Right.
Ooh, bad handoff there by number 9.
Oh, it gets away.
Caden Peretti. Looks like Caston's going to come up with a recovery. It was meant to get in the arms of Fletcher Greer once again, but not a good handoff.
Colton Walker on the
Yeah,
recovery.
lots of commotion, but we haven't moved very much either way in the field.
Ball.
Now we're heading back the other way with the Comets.
So a very interesting, what are we in, like first 5 minutes here, you know, of just a quick possession change on just turnovers. Blue Jays send a message, and Caston sends one right back.
Yeah, very good response by Caston. Didn't get down. They ended up finding that fumble.
Finding number 8 there. Blake Albright.
Oh.
As the Blue Jays recover it.
Oh, my gosh.
Fumble on the play.
Fumble.
Well, maybe we'll just stay around the 50-yard line the whole game and just go back and forth.
This is just crazy. I don't think I've seen so many change of possessions in such a short amount of time.
No,
and really,
not.
it's such a small, we're looking at probably a 10-yard spot that they've been playing in.
Well, and usually when you have changes, it's an interception long ways down the field
pass.
or vice versa. Yeah.
These have all been just runs. Blue Jays take it to the outside. Number 88. I believe there is no 88, so I'm wrong. I don't know who that is. 68. Wow.
Tyler Blount on the carry.
There's an 86.
Tyler Blount. We don't even have an 86. Okay.
I have a JJ Blount.
We got half of the roster. This is fun. Another good push by the Blue Jays.
On the carry.
Going to give him the first down.
Tate Cowell on the tackle.
We definitely will always know what the announcer's saying, since the very large speaker's a couple inches from our
Yes,
heads.
and
So we will always have backup.
I almost don't need to commentate. I think we
Yeah.
could almost like have this down by the speaker.
Put the microphone down there. Every time he talks, I jump a little bit, so I'll get used to it.
Another handoff by the Blue Jays, sending it to the left side this time. Number 33 with the carry, Chucky Wilcox. As Caston brings him down
Wilcox on the carry.
with very little gain.
Casey Alt on the tackle.
Doesn't look like they're even going to call it any.
Just a lateral movement there.
Yep. A lateral movement. I didn't even
Brings
know
up
that one.
second
had
and
it.
10.
Well, I don't
That's
think it's a
very-
football term. I just think it's a life term that I
It
threw in
sounds
there.
like it. So
Okay.
we'll call that
As
one.
long as nobody critiques it, I'm good.
Blue Jays trying to send it up the middle. Going to gain about 2 yards there.
Caleb Perotti on the keeper.
Caleb Perotti, number 11 for the Blue Jays. Going to put the Blue Jays 3rd and 8. Looks like you're going for a pass. Number 9 trying to find Somebody long down the field, number 33, Chucky Wilcox, not able to get open. He had 2 on him.
Good idea, though, to bust that open, like we said. The whole entire game, we've just been moving tiny yardage here.
Yeah, and I think you see that more from a more seasoned team who, has been together a little longer. You'll start to see more pass plays. So
right.
that, we don't know the North Judson team here very well, so perhaps maybe they do have a little more of some seniority going on.
Right.
Ooh, offsides there. Number 69 by the Caston Comets, just a little early. Peyton Hedrick.
Is that 5 yards?
Going to give him 5. Fourth and 3. Not what you want on what was really close to a turnover.
Right.
On downs.
4th and 3.
Hand it off to number 5. He's going to get it. Fletcher Greer once again. One they're going to have to watch if they want to stop this running game.
Yeah, we've heard his name quite a bit already.
He's going to go ahead and move the chains and put the Blue Jays about the 25-yard line. Looked like some confusion there.
Fletcher Greer on the carry again.
Fletcher Greer, about 3-yard gain. And they're just going to go ahead and try and pick up the pace here.
Brady Hartman on the tackle.
Number 33, Chucky Wilcox on the carry. Going to gain him a couple more.
Chance Thomas on the carry.
Third down, 4 yards to go. Getting closer and closer to the Caston touchdown. Well, the Blue Jays touchdown. Number 5, Fletcher Greer, trying to find a first down.
Fletcher Greer on the carry. Dylan Tabler on the tackle.
Looks like they're going to call it just short. A few inches left here. Run to the outside, number 9. He's got some room. Going to push him out of bounds. Number 7 by the Comets, Tate Cowell, shoving him out.
Brings up another Blue Jay first down.
Yeah,
but it's still going to give the Blue Jays first down.
First down, yes, but probably saved a touchdown in that instance by
being
physical and getting him out of bounds.
They had to squeeze him out there.
Yes.
Because
the orange pylon was just not close enough.
First and goal from the 6.
Fletcher Greer with the carry. He's going to make some ground. He's close. Going to be just shy of a goal.
Fletcher Greer on the carry.
2 yards to go.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
They're calling it 1 yard to go. So 2nd and 1. And they're just going to push it on through.
Yep.
Looks like they got it. As the refs run in to try and break up the dog pile here. They're going to call it goal.
For a Blue Jay touchdown!
I didn't get who that was. Did you?
I did not. I'm waiting for the loudspeaker in my ear.
I think they said it over the loudspeaker.
Oh.
We just
okay,
didn't hear it because it was very distorted.
I missed
but
the loudspeaker in my ear.
Yeah, I didn't get who that was.
It was Blue Jay touchdown. That's what I got from it.
It looks like they're going to go ahead and go for 2.
2-point conversion.
With how successful the running game is, this may not be a bad play.
Wow,
they find it.
That was a huge gap. That
Number
he just
9,
shot through.
Caden Peretti.
Yeah, that was almost like the waters being parted. He just slipped right through there.
Yeah, I think they knew that the running game was working out so well,
Yep.
they might as well run for a 2-point
Get
conversion
to while
here
you
in the
can.
early game.
Don't forget to get your 50-50 tickets for tonight's drawing. Tickets are $1 each or 6 for $5. The tickets are being offered by our co-ed varsity track and field program. The winner will be announced at the end of the third quarter.
Very interesting beginning of the game here as we changed possessions 3 times, finally finding the hands of the Blue Jays as they work their way slowly down the field with a pretty strong running game. We saw 1 pass out of the whole stretch of, I would say, 45 yards.
Yeah, but it was definitely a pass attempt and not a short pass at all. I mean, they really slung that one back. It would have been a very, very impressive play if they would have made that happen, but.
Found the goal nonetheless.
Yes.
And the 2-point conversion, which.
Yeah, pretty rare in high school.
Momentum on the Blue Jays side. We'll see if Caston can find some spunk in them to get this game going offensively. Maybe a little more aware of the potential here of a
kicking off for
short kick.
I know, I'm watching it a little closer.
They're going to have their heads up this time, I think.
Casey Alt back to receive for the Comets.
Casey Alt receiving once again. Going to go ahead and let it roll back to him. It's going to find him. Makes a run, but met by defenders at about the 27-yard line.
Casey Alt with the return.
I will tell you, Abby, as I was at the last game, 2 that you need to watch with the running game on Caston's end is Brady Hartman and Casey Alt.
Okay.
There was an internal joke between Dakota and I, because he was the commentator, that they were almost in competition with each other with how many yards they could run in the game.
Hey, that's not a bad problem to have if you can better each other by having a little competition, if it works out well.
Caston with a slight push there. Doesn't look like they're going to gain much.
Brady Hartman on the carry.
Brady Hartman with the carry.
For a gain of 1.
You called it.
1 yard gain.
Better than backwards.
I haven't seen cowbells at a football game in a while. I'm hearing them tonight.
I thought it was because I've been out of high school for a while, but I think you're right. They just haven't been there in general.
You're going to find Casey Alt. He's going to try and find a gap. Going to gain about 3, maybe 2. Looks like they're going to call it 3.
Casey Alt on the carry for the Comets.
It is nice for Caston, though, having 2 guys that the defense is trying to cover. You know, it makes
that's what we were talking about last week.
Half the pressure for each guy.
Yeah, it was. They could change it up. You know,
Yep.
I think from the Blue Jays standpoint, we've seen a lot of work from Fletcher Greer and
Yes.
a lot of keeps from Caden Peretti, their quarterback.
Yep. But yeah, for Caston, it makes the fake handoff a little bit more possible if you've got a couple options.
You're going to give it to Brady Hartman. No, Blake Albright actually with the carry.
Blake Albright on the carry.
Caught me off
Brought
guard.
down by Caleb Peretti.
Caleb Peretti with the tackle. Going to set the Comets 4th down and 2 to go.
And there's Caleb Peretti and Caden Peretti for North Judson.
Yeah,
right?
so we
Okay.
can't go last names.
Yeah.
I mean,
And Caden and Caleb are pretty close in first names. So
we'll
you
get those confused all night, I have a feeling.
Brings up 4th and 2.
4th and 2, and it looks like the Comets are going to go for it. I think they trust their running game here.
Mm-hmm. Working well for both teams so far after we had the bout of turnovers cleared out.
Looks like they might not get it. They're stretching. It's very close. It looks just shy.
Brady Hartman on the carry.
Brady Hartman with the carry. Not going to get it.
Oh, okay.
Gonna measure.
They're measuring. Okay. I'm trying to interpret these.
Yeah,
I see
all the
very
signals.
negative signals, so I'm
Right.
like, okay, well, they must not have gotten it. But now they're signaling for the chains to come on out to the field to measure.
See, and that's so crazy to me. I mean, I know there's no other way to do it, but, like, if that chain person, like, if you just miss up by a couple centimeters, that's your fate's in the team's hands.
Yeah. And it looks like they are shy.
Turnover on
about
down.
a foot.
Blue Jay ball.
going to be a turnover on downs, putting the Blue Jays at about the 37-yard line.
We need the referee hand signals book up here. I think it'd flow a little better. Because some of the hand signals look like I'm trapped on the side of the road, help me type of signs. But that just means come here, chains.
Yeah.
You know?
The nice thing is we have this giant speaker here. So
true.
when we don't know anything,
so folks,
we
don't
can
listen
take
to us.
a moment.
Yeah. Listen to the loudspeaker.
I'll leave it to the professionals.
Yeah, because I don't know very much about football. So we'll see how it goes.
You'll learn.
I know, it's a learning experience. I'm growing today.
Going to give a handoff here.
Oh, wow.
It's one that was really close to the line. Some interesting plays here by the Blue Jays.
Tyler Blount on the carry.
Tyler Blount.
Just busted through that center line.
Walker on the tackle.
The one we don't have, but I'm going to write it down.
Yeah, we've heard his name enough. We should probably have that memorized.
Give the Blue Jays their first down here, setting them at about the 26-yard line. Going to give it right back to him again. Tyler Blount with the carry. Going to gain just a few.
Tyler Blount on the carry. Brought down by Casey Alt and Tate Cowell. Brings up 2nd and 8.
And I think, correct me if I'm wrong, that's number 88, Tyler Blount. It's right there in the middle.
Yes.
Okay.
And if I'm wrong, then
I've got these fancy contact things. So.
Yeah, I don't. So
they're going to gain some ground here.
Yeah.
Look like Tyler Blount again.
Blount on the carry for another Blue Jay first down.
Going to give the Blue Jays another first down.
Actually, yep, 88.
Cowell on the tackle.
But to me, 68 and 88 are pretty close in numbers.
Absolutely.
Timeout comments.
Looks like we're going to have a timeout. We're going to send you to a word from our sponsors. We'll be back right after this.
There's no better time than right now to buy or refinance a home, and there's no better place to go for a mortgage loan than First Federal Savings Bank.
Mortgage interest rates are still incredibly low, so now's the perfect time to talk with one of our loan experts.
We offer a variety of mortgage loans, from conventional loans to FHA and USDA subsidized loans.
We don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best bank.
Are you in pain from an injury or arthritis? What if there was a place that could meet all of your orthopedic needs? A place with some of the best orthopedic doctors and staff in the Midwest. A place where you're treated as a person instead of a patient. What if that place weren't in Chicago or Indianapolis? There is such a place. Rochester Orthopedics, your regional orthopedic specialist. When you're looking for comfort and relief, remember, trust the board-certified and fellowship-trained surgeons at Rochester Orthopedics.
And we're back. The Blue Jays have the ball at about the 11-yard line as they go for their second goal of the game here. Really kind of a game with the momentum on the Blue Jays side so far.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, you saw the momentum swings in the beginning, but this last little offensive run here for North Judson, they kind of have been splitting the gaps pretty easily. They haven't gone inch by inch. They've made some good yardage each time.
They're going to hand it off to Fletcher Greer once again. He's going to gain maybe one.
Fletcher Greer on the carry. Brought down by Casey Alt.
As the Blue Jay crowd gets a little rowdy.
They are. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to stay up here. It's a little shaky. We're already up way ahead of
I hope you have no fear of heights.
No, I don't. The ladder was a little bit nerve-wracking, though.
A little bit. We are in the Blue Jay nest, I would say.
We are in the nest. You are correct. What would you call it if we were at Caston? The outer space sphere?
I don't know. Looks like Fletcher Greer once again with a run, but no gain. No, it was actually Caden Peretti.
Brought down by Casey Alt.
Their quarterback trying to keep it. Not able to make anything happen. So it looks like the Comets have picked up a little bit more on Fletcher Greer and Caden Peretti, but still not able to find a very good stop for this 88 Tyler Blount, who wasn't much of a factor in the last possession, but they've definitely whipped him out now, and he's a little bit bigger than the other two, I'd say.
He wasn't even on the roster, so I was totally confused.
They recruited him, perhaps.
Yes, last minute.
Going to give it over to Fletcher Greer. He's going to go up the middle. Looks like he's still going to be short of a first down, but a gain nonetheless. Going to put him, I would say, 4th and 5.
Fletcher Greer on the carry.
4th and 4, they're going to call it.
See, you also have to be pretty fast at math if you're going to talk about football. That's not me either, so I'm like, hold on, 20.
It's a subtraction of 10.
Yeah,
so
right.
You know.
Like 20 minus 10. While I'm wearing the camera, I can't count on my fingers. So.
All right. They line up once more. 4 yards to go on their last possession. Willing to sacrifice it because if it does become a turnover on down, it does not give Caston a very good field position.
Right. Yes, we have the ball back. Yay, but
we're all the way down the field.
We got a long trip to go.
Looks like we're going to have a delay of game.
Timeout, Blue Jays.
No, they're going to call a timeout right before that. So we're going to send you over to our sponsors for a quick break.
All this month, you can save big during Shepherd Chevrolet's Summer Drive event, where prices have been slashed to 20% below MSRP on 2017 Cruze, Impala, and Malibu LT Edition. How about a lower rate instead? Take 0% APR for 72 months. The choice is yours during this inventory clearance event going on right now at Shepherd Chevrolet Buick in Rochester, where they trade your way. Online at shepherdsrochester.com. Farming is a way of life for many of our Hoosier families. Protect all of your farming assets with coverage from Evans Agency in Rochester. They offer farm liability, farm personal property, and farm outbuilding policies, all customized to fit your coverage needs. Judy Evans and her staff have been serving the insurance needs of this community for over a decade. Let Judy help you protect your farm, your life, your business, and all of your possessions. Evans Agency. Online at evansagencyrochester.com.
Welcome back. The Blue Jays have the ball at the 5-yard line, 4th down and 4 to go. Looks like they're going to toss it back to Fletcher Greer. He's going to find a gap. Looks like it's going to be a goal.
On the carry for another Blue Jays touchdown.
A touchdown by the Blue Jays, their second one in their second possession.
Yeah, definitely momentum on their side.
This puts the score 14-0 with about a minute left in the first quarter.
Are they going for 2 again?
It looks like they are. Their running game is so strong that I think that they feel like the first 2-point conversion really gave them a good advantage, and the second one will just make it all that much harder. And they get it pretty easily there. Number 33, Chucky Wilcox.
Yeah, both of their 2-point conversions, they've almost walked into the end zone.
Yeah.
Correction, Chucky Wilcox.
Yeah, I was just saying, I was a little confused because the announcer said a different name. So I'm like,
So you were right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So what do you think so far, Abby? We're going to take a quick break here, but I think there's some interesting things here to talk about in the first stretch here.
Yeah, honestly, this is my first football experience behind the camera, I think. And I've either been producing or shadowing other people that were filming or just a fan of the game. But listening to all the lingo and, like, actually paying super attention to where the ball is, like, every second of the game, it's a lot more. I guess this game has surprised me from games that I usually watch. When you start off with a kick like that, I just feel like you're bound to have a game that's going to be full of surprises.
There's been some interesting plays because I feel like even Tyler Blount, number 88, the one that is kind of ran quite a distance here on their last possession for the Blue Jays, I think he's either a lineman or something equivalent to that. He's really close there to the front line where I don't anticipate that they keep it.
Right, so having that versatility has really helped them.
It's going to go over to Casey Alt, who's going to find some ground. He's brought down at about the 28-yard line.
And are those low kicks? Are those normal, or is that just North Judson's strategy? Because I'm used to the kickoffs being
I would say it's more of a strategy. It's a type of kick.
Yeah, I mean that's not very exciting to run and catch. Like, hey, there's a rocket coming.
I think that's their point. Is like they want to kind of have the returner, scrambling a little bit just to get the ball, let alone run it back.
Instead of catching a pop fly, it's like, oh, there's a line drive coming at my throat. This is not what I want to catch right now.
Yeah.
That makes
I
sense.
like your softball terms.
Yeah,
there.
I have to use analogies with sports I know, and then maybe people understand what I'm saying. But
Collegiate softball player trying to.
yeah, trying to play football. Those two things, yeah, they don't go together.
Caston going to go with their first play here. Casey Alt with the keep. Not the keep, but the run. I will get my terminology messed up.
I'm not here to
He's
correct
going to go
you.
ahead and get to about the 31-yard line.
By Nolan Scheidler.
Whatever you say, Brant. Whatever you say. That's my motto.
Only 30 seconds left in the quarter. Still doesn't change anything, but maybe gives Caston a little bit time to figure out what they want to do offensively.
Right.
So the clock will
And they just have to snap it before the clock runs out?
Yeah, they've had 14 seconds here on the play clock, so they do have to get a play in.
Okay, yeah, it's stressing me out. You guys got to hurry. There's only 10 seconds left.
Not much of a gain there, about a yard.
Brady Hartman on the
As
carry.
Brady Hartman tries to make a move. He's going to send us over to our second quarter. We're going to take a quick break as we let both teams huddle up here and make some decisions.
This broadcast brought to you in part by these local sponsors. The lawyers and staff of Peterson, Wagoner & Perkins LLP are here to provide the highest quality legal and professional service to their clients presently and for the future. See a full list of services online at peterson-wagoner.com. Evans Agency in Rochester, offering farm liability, personal property, and outbuilding policies, all customized to fit your insurance needs. Let Judy help you protect all of your possessions. Online at evansagencyrochester.com. Stay connected with the fastest internet speeds available with RTC Fiber Communications. Voice data and video connectivity for the 21st century. Online at rtc1.com. First Federal Savings Bank is your local mortgage lender with 6 locations throughout North Central Indiana. Trust the professionals at First Federal Savings Bank. Online at firstfederalbanking.com.
Every touchdown from every game, every Sunday afternoon.
Don't miss a touchdown with Red Zone from NFL Network and RTC Fiber Communications. Call today to get yourself set up for all the action. Protect yourself from personal attack on campus, in the home, at the mall, or wherever you are. Blue Dragon Taekwondo in Rochester is offering a self-defense boot camp so that you have the basic skills to protect yourself in an attack. Blue Dragon is the area's leading martial arts facility. Master instructor Dave Colger and his team welcome new participants and those seeking to learn the basic self-defense techniques. Contact Blue Dragon Taekwondo today to learn more about this exciting self-defense boot.
We're back after a quick break. After the first half, Blue Jays leading 16-0. Caston with the possession. They're going to go for a pass. Going to be intercepted by number 33 from the Blue Jays, Chucky Wilcox.
Yeah, he snuck right in there.
Pass by Tate Cowell, intercepted by Chucky Wilcox.
Not what the Comets needed here as we start a new quarter.
Nope. Not good news.
That may be the second or third passing play I've seen from the Comets in 2 games.
Really?
So I'm kind of interested on
that decision,
why they chose that, but I haven't seen much happen with the running game either.
Right.
So
well, yeah,
maybe they were trying to do something a little different.
Change it up. If that play would have worked, then they would have made North Judson think a little bit.
Looks like there's going to be a loss on the play. Or no, I'm still on the backwards.
Yes.
The Blue Jays have possession now.
Right,
so
so
okay.
they're going to go, yes, this direction.
Brought down by Peyton Hedrick.
Peyton Hedrick with the tackle. North Judson handing it off to number 33, Chucky Wilcox. So he's going to be on a 5-yard gain, but there's a foul on the play.
Chucky Wilcox on the carry. Brought down by Dylan Tabler.
Dylan Tabler with the tackle. I think it's Tabler.
Whatever you want it to be.
Flag on the play.
Looks like it's going to be against the Comets.
Oh.
Personal foul on the Comets.
Personal foul on the Comets.
Is that 15?
Looks like it's going to be 15 yards and first down for the Blue Jays.
Yikes.
At about the 20-yard line, which is where we've really seen the Blue Jays open up their game and make some pretty solid gains.
Seems like the gaps get a little bit wider when they get this close.
There's another flag on the play.
Flag on the play.
Oh.
Going to send the Blue Jays back. Look like a false start.
Motion on the Jays.
Motion on the Jays.
Maybe we'll just do this all night.
I don't know what the difference between false start and motion is, but they're similar, I would imagine.
What's the difference between that and offsides?
That's a good question, Abby.
Okay.
Let's whip out the giant book of football and read through.
Football for dummies. Where do I buy one?
Going for a pass, trying to find number 30.
Oh.
It's going to be knocked out of his hands. There's an incomplete. Must have.
Caden Purdy on the pass attempt.
Yeah, he was trying to find number 30, Chris Contreras. Not going to happen. Caston with a good defensive play there.
Yeah, that was
Starting to show a little bit of some.
gumption.
Yeah, if that's your word.
It is my word.
Going with another pass play here, looking for him once again. Gonna find him. He's gonna touch in. Number 30, Chris Contreras.
That was very impressive.
At about the 9-yard line. Man.
The pass and the catch and staying in bounds.
No, they're gonna call it even further.
First down.
Wow.
They're gonna call it at about the 7.
And it's one thing when we talk
Brings up
about
first and
North
7.
Judson's running game, but the fact that they just had that passing play, it makes.
They've got some options.
Yes. Not good news for Caston, though.
Gonna give it to Chris Fletcher. He's gonna find the end zone. Fletcher Greer, not Chris.
It's Fletcher somebody.
Another touchdown by the Blue Jays,
Wow.
nonetheless, putting the score at 22-0. And it looks like they're just going to go ahead for another 2-point conversion.
Why not?
Assuming
Blue Jays will be
Caston
going
just
for 2.
can't find anything to defend against this team.
Yeah, I think it always helps being at your home field, but once you start off with a score like this, that just adds to the momentum for the Blue Jays.
Absolutely. So it's going to be number 14. Looks like he's going to fall short. No good. He was down before he stretched over.
Good stretch, though. I thought he had it on the
Jagger
stretch.
Boyd on
Number
the
14, Jagger Boyd with the attempt. But it is no good, leaving the score 22-0. Still within reach for the Comets if they can get something going offensively.
The JV football team will travel to Knox on Monday, August the 28th for a 5 p.m. kickoff.
I would be interested to see if the Blue Jays have any other interesting players up their sleeve that we haven't quite seen yet, because we've seen quite a diversity of talent.
Yeah, those pass plays were very impressive. Just because when you see a running team like that, especially a smaller school at the high school level, you don't expect them to have
Yeah, you
both
think
sides.
they'd focus on that.
Yeah, you don't expect them to have both sides of the game like that. So very good on the Blue Jays portion
Along with
so
this
far.
kicker, who we've seen some pretty interesting kicks from. That
Yeah, those are rockets.
Given
Head high rockets.
Definitely giving the Blue Jays an edge when it comes to putting the Caston offense in a tight position just at the very beginning.
Yeah, I would love to know if that low kick on the very first play was on purpose or a kick that was too low accidentally and ended up working in their favor. Things we'll never know from the Blue Jays nest.
We've coined the phrase now, right?
Yes, we have. We just have to come up for one when we're at Caston now.
Number 30, Chris Contreras, the one we just saw down the field with the catch.
Yeah, that was fancy.
To kick us off here, Casey Alt receiving. Going to be caught by number 8, Blake Albright. He's going to try and run around him. They're going to push him back about 5 yards.
Blake Albright.
Is it just better to fall down in that situation?
Looks like they're going to call him in his forward momentum.
Okay.
I don't know quite what the rules are there, but that seems like I've heard that before. So I'm going to call it at about the 26-yard line. Not a bad spot to start.
Keep those turnovers down, and they'll find themselves on the scoreboard.
Start on the 26.
Looks like they're going to change up to a running play here. They line up. Finding number 8, Blake Albright once again. He's going to find a little bit of a gap.
Thought he had
Blake
a little.
Albright on the carry.
Judson did a good job of closing that gap, but he had one for a little bit.
Yeah. So they called it about the 33-yard line.
And Chucky Wilcox.
Pretty solid gain for Caston.
There you go.
Second and 3. Notice it takes me a while to do that math, and it's only 10.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for you to say it because I'm not even attempting.
Caston lining up for the play. So Casey Alt going to take it. He's going to find a small gap. Enough for first down, it looks like.
Casey Alt with the carry.
Going to put the Comets at about the 38-yard line. As the sun starts to go down, we may see these Comets catch a little bit of fire.
Oh. I like it.
Casey Alt once again. They're going to find him. He's going to find some room. Going to be just shy, about 2 yards to go. 1 or 2. They're going to call it 1. Putting the Comets at the 48-yard line.
Definitely finding their groove here.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
47-yard line. Got to correct my math constantly.
Yeah.
You can double check me.
Nope, do not ask me that because that will take me all game.
They're going to hand it over to number 20, Brady Hartman. Once again, bringing us back to the conversation, you know, with 2 strong runners here for Caston. They can make those little trick plays where, you know, as you saw, it looked like they were going to give it off to Casey and threw it over to Brady instead, giving them just enough time to
sneak that one through.
Absolutely. Bring the Comets 1st and 10 at about the 53-yard line. I don't know how you call it that way. Is it 53? Is it 47?
You're asking the wrong girl.
All right, look like 7, Tate Cowell with the carry. Going to gain Caston about 4 yards.
Carry by Casey Alt.
Casey Alt, not Tate Cowell. My numbers are all messed up. Caston finding some momentum here. So we hit 7 minutes before halftime.
Yeah, the second quarter has definitely gone by faster. Lots of stops in the first quarter with the crazy kicks and turnovers. This one's gone a little bit quicker.
Say less mistakes.
Yes.
Gonna find number 8. Gonna hand it. Oh, they were trying to hand it off to Casey Alt.
Fumble.
It's gonna be recovered by the Blue Jays.
Yikes.
Man. That was supposed to be a play by Blake Albright, handing it back off to Casey Alt.
Yep.
Not gonna happen. The Blue Jays right there to jump on top of it. Just as we thought the Comets were getting something going here.
Yep.
A small mistake like that just really puts them in a bad spot. Blue Jays taking over here at the 45-yard line. Very small gain of about a yard.
Tyler Blount on the carry.
By Tyler Blount on the Blue Jays. Second and 9 with 6 minutes, 15 seconds left. Comets may be finding a little bit of an idea on how to stop this running game. So they pass it over to Fletcher Greer.
Oh. Kind of got stopped by his teammate. They were going in the same direction and ended up
Fletcher Greer
running
on the
into
carry.
each other.
Brought down by Brandon Kinzer.
Gain
Colton
of
Welker,
about 3.
and Lonnie Nice.
You know, football's hard enough to film that if I wanted to follow the wrong person, you honestly wouldn't know until the play was completely over because there's so much going on.
You gotta watch the ball.
Yeah, you find where the ball is, but I could easily just make people think it's on the other side of the field.
I think you see that even on, professional networks.
Yeah.
A lot of times the players are that good at tricking even the cameraman.
Hiding the ball, yep.
Fletcher Greer once again with possession. He's going to make it to the first down.
Fletcher Greer on the carry.
Hit about the 41-yard line.
Brought down by Chris Smith.
They're going to call it 42. Blue Jays line up for what looks like a pass. No, they're going to throw it over to number 33, Chucky Wilcox. He's going to lose a little bit of ground there.
By Casey Alt and Tate Cowell.
A good play by the Comets to make sure he didn't go anywhere.
Yeah, they definitely contained him, like you said, having a better defensive strategy, maybe detecting which angle the Blue Jays are taking before it's too late.
Yeah, and definitely even tricked me with their lineup there. I was anticipating a nice pass like they did their last possession.
Yeah, I zoomed out for you, but it was not a pass, so.
Hand it off to Fletcher Greer once again. He's got ground.
Wide open.
I think he's going to get it.
Yep.
Number 8, Blake Albright trying, but not going to find him. This is going to be another touchdown by the Blue Jays.
But really good attempt by Albright because it was pretty obvious that the Blue Jays were going to score there, so he could have stopped running, but he definitely dove at the end to make sure he gave it all
Definitely
he could.
putting in some effort.
Yeah, and that's a good sign for the Comets for sure.
Puts the score 28-0. And most of the momentum, frankly, in this first half in the hands of the Blue Jays. Comets going to have to regroup here as they get possession back. They're going to call the second point good, or the 2-point conversion good, putting the score 30-0.
For the conversion.
Chucky Wilcox with the conversion. Comets definitely got to be feeling a little frustrated at this point.
Yeah, probably trying to get into halftime with as little damage left as possible and maybe take a regroup. Get some things going for the second half.
30-0 is not where you want to be, definitely. I think, you have a possession here. You're going to have to try and get something on the board so you can go into the
fix that.
into the locker room and try and develop a plan to gain some ground. But
yeah, score here is going to be almost a necessity to have any momentum going in that second half.
Once again, number 30, Chris Contreras with the kick. As the Comets break out of the team huddle there and take to the field. Looks like we have Blake Albright going to take it back this time for the Caston Comets. I think we can anticipate another pretty low and midfield kick here.
Yep.
Like we've been seeing.
Or they'll surprise us like they have been all night and rocket one to the end zone.
Might surprise the front line there again.
Yeah.
Off they go, about right where we thought it would be. Right into the hands of Blake Albright. He drops it, gets some moving going. He finds a little bit of a gap, but not enough to make a huge gain on the play, but still going to put him down at about the 28-yard line.
Brought down by Josh Lee.
I think if he would have caught that initially, we would have seen him more about the 35-40.
Well, especially when you lose all that momentum trying to get the ball back into your hands. That's getting a running start to a stop start makes a huge difference.
He had to get to his knees to pick it up there.
Yep.
We're going to see another play here by Casey Alt. He tries to break off the line. Going to gain a little bit of ground here. Put him at about the 37-yard line.
Casey Alt
for a split second, he was wide open, and then the Blue Jays came in and just grabbed him by the shoulder.
I thought he was going to be able to drag that defender to the first down marker there, but not quite. It's going to be 2nd and 2. Number 40, Casey Alt, once again, going to be brought down. Looks like it's going to be first down. Blue Jays looking like they were really trying to strip it from him.
For Comets first down.
So a good job by Casey Alt holding on to that one.
Yeah, he's had a rough couple plays here.
Really fighting for every yard.
Yeah, very physical.
Comets to the 39-yard line. 1st and 10 with 3 minutes to go. Number 7 for the Comets, Sam Back. We haven't seen him yet.
No, that is a new name. You're
going to be about a 4-yard gain with a flag on the field.
Tate Cowell on the carry. Pushed out of bounds by Caleb Peretti.
That is not Sam Back. I'm looking at the wrong. Tate Cowell. Number 7 on the other team.
I have heard his name before.
There we go. Tate Cowell. Carry. I'm messing them all up today.
Nah. I'm following.
It's the blue paper.
Yes.
Throwing me off. I think it's
one needs to be red.
Psychological.
One needs to be blue.
There we go.
$15-yard penalty?
Yeah, looks like it's going to be against the Blue Jays. Good news for the Comets.
Yeah, that's the big momentum swing. If they use it, that could.
It's going to put them about the 41-yard line on the other side of the field. Finally breaking into the Blue Jay territory, which what I feel like has been a little while
Yes, I agree. To be on this half of the field for the Comets.
in this position of a 1st and 10.
Mm-hmm.
Another flag on the field.
Oh,
Be caught by number
no.
30, but I don't think it's going to matter.
Because of the flag.
Pass by Tate Cowell, intercepted by Chris Contreras.
They're not going to go ahead and count it, though, but it was a catch by Chris Contreras.
But because of the flag, the play needs to end.
Yeah, I think there was a little bit of confusion by the Comets there once they saw the flags. I think they knew there was a penalty of some sort.
Oh, no, they are going Blue Jays.
First down, Blue Jays.
Wow. Okay.
Wow, yeah, because, I mean, as a player on the field, too, I would have thought
It just looked like a lot of them kind of stopped with the play for a second.
Right, so you make a pass that maybe you wouldn't have if you would not have seen the flag. So,
and that's where our minds are at up here. Perhaps maybe they had no idea, but it just looked like a lot of players had kind of lifted up and weren't pursuing a play there.
Well, they did throw a flag on the field, so why did they not finish the penalty since the flag was on the field?
Got a play by the Blue Jays here. Minimal gain. Carry by Fletcher Greer, number 5. Man, Comets just not able to get anything going for them. And, you know, you start to get some hope in your pocket, and it just seems to be stripped away by some sort of mistake, really.
Yeah.
I don't feel like it's been, you know, a turnover of downs or anything like that. I just feel like it's been a play or
early season mistake.
Yeah. Either a strip ball or an intercepted pass. Minimal gain once again by the Blue Jays.
Peretti on the keeper.
Caden Peretti with the keeper. Minute and 17 left here, the first quarter, or the first half. We have passed it. Number 30, Chris Contreras.
Incomplete.
Pass intended for Contreras.
Good defense there by Caston.
Yeah, they have done.
Spotting the pass play, which is one thing, and then making sure it doesn't happen is a whole nother.
Making sure everyone's covered.
Because they've been struggling so much with the running game. You know, you start to put more of your resources on that line, and they whip out the pass play. It's definitely positive to see some good defense there.
Right. Just over a minute left before the second quarter is over.
4th down and 8. Going for another pass play here.
Oh, he's going to take it.
He's going to run it. He's got an open field. He finds the first down and keeps running.
Wow, a couple spin moves there.
Shake the tackle.
Some missed tackles by Caston. I think they almost anticipated him to just go ahead and slide on down because he is the quarterback. You know, you normally don't want to get roughed up too much, but he kept pushing up. A good run there by number 9, Caden Peretti. Wasn't able to find his pass, so he just took off with it. Saw the opportunity in the left side of the field.
Good recognition to know that the play was.
Go ahead and throw it forward. Call it incomplete. Clock's at 39 seconds left.
Blue Jays pushing to get this touchdown before the first half is over, I'm sure.
Or at least, I think, try and scare the Comets with the field position, you know, showing, hey, an extra minute, we would have got this.
Yep.
Not what you want in your head when you go into that locker room.
Not
like,
at all.
man, we're almost.
Had another one scored. You're correct.
Nonetheless, I think the Blue Jays are still going to pursue a touchdown. So they go for another pass play here. Finding number 33. He's brought down at about the line of scrimmage.
Pass complete.
Chucky Wilcox.
Brought down by Brady Hartman.
Brady Hartman with the tackle.
Heading the other way.
It is with 32 seconds left.
Hail Mary.
And I'm a little bit of a hopeless romantic, but I do hope for those Hail Mary moments just because they are exciting.
That's
and
what I've been
because
waiting for
they are
the whole
about the
time.
only ones I know by name.
Yeah,
So.
this is true.
I remember playing, as silly as it is,
Jays
Madden
will be back
football
in
in the
action
early
at home
2000s
next
with my
Friday
dad,
night.
and he actually knew the
They take
plays.
on
I would
the
always just go for the long passes.
Right.
7 p.m.
What's the
kickoff.
quickest way?
Yeah,
to
to a
get
touchdown,
The,
yeah.
Let's chuck it in the air. Get the best quarterback you can.
I don't know if we necessarily see that from Caston, but
Heck, I'm jumping up and down if we do. I'm hoping
I'll
for
let
it.
you call it then, play by play.
All you hear is me screaming. Well, I guess that worked. That's all we hear is her yelling.
Comets looking at 32 seconds to try and get something on the board as they go into the locker room for the second half. You got about one play in it.
And a tough situation for Coach for the Comets, wanting to keep the guys in a positive mindset to get this last 32 seconds to a place where it matters versus letting them know, hey, we haven't scored yet. So there's a fine balance there.
Absolutely, and you saw it with the long huddle there on the sideline.
Yep.
They're definitely taking a moment to regroup and try and develop something that might just work.
3rd and 10 for the Blue Jays.
Looks like it's the Blue Jays ball. I'm confused. Anyways.
Yeah.
It was
we
fourth
watch the
down,
referee
I was pretty sure.
I watched
Pass intended
the
for
referee
Taylor
point
Perrin.
his hands to the side for the
Yes,
Comets.
I'm confused.
Unless there was a referee mix-up.
There may have been
and
some
we
flag on the
didn't.
play that we didn't get.
Because the one referee I was zoomed in on was telling me it was Comet ball.
This is where my football knowledge gets a little shady, I would say.
Heck, I thought I was sign languaging very well and was looking at the wrong referee.
4th and 10, though, with 27 seconds left. I would assume the
Brings up
clock
4th and
stops
10.
on a turnover on downs.
Yeah.
They might just eat up the clock here. Caden Peretti running for it. They bring him down. 18 seconds left. They do stop the clock, giving Caston time for one play.
Okay.
Now we see the ref do the same thing we saw him do last time.
Yeah. Actually, last time he had 2 arms pointing that way, so that was like doubly positive for me.
Not entirely sure. I think we need a ref up here.
Yeah. Sir, could you translate this for us? Thank you. Can you imagine if there was not an announcer, though, as a fan? What is going on down there?
Right.
Hail Mary time.
I don't think so. I think they're going to run for it. No, they're going to go ahead and down it. They're going to leave this game where it sits for the second half.
All my excitement.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and run the clock out. That brings us to our second half. The score is sitting 30-0 with the Blue Jays in the lead.
That's the end of the first half of Blue Jay football.
I would say the momentum on the Blue Jays side
30,
so far
the
this
Comets
game.
0.
Comets going to go ahead and go into the locker room, see what they can come up with. You know, their running game not finding it quite yet. Hopefully they get something together, but we're going to go ahead and take a short break and send you over to our sponsors. You're watching RTC TV4.
There's no better time than right now to buy or refinance a home, and there's no better place to go for a mortgage loan than First Federal Savings Bank.
Mortgage interest rates are still incredibly low, so now's the perfect time to talk with one of our loan experts.
We offer a variety of mortgage loans, from conventional loans to FHA and USDA subsidized loans.
We don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best bank.
Are you in pain from an injury or arthritis? What if there was a place that could meet all of your orthopedic needs? A place with some of the best orthopedic doctors and staff in the Midwest. A place where you're treated as a person instead of a patient. What if that place weren't in Chicago or Indianapolis? There is such a place. Rochester Orthopedics, your regional orthopedic specialist. When you're looking for comfort and relief, remember, trust the board-certified and fellowship-trained surgeons at Rochester Orthopedics.
All this month, you can save big during Shepherd Chevrolet's Summer Drive event, where prices have been slashed to 20% below MSRP on 2017 Cruze, Impala, and Malibu LT Edition. How about a lower rate instead? Take 0% APR for 72 months. The choice is yours during this inventory clearance event going on right now at Shepherd Chevrolet Buick in Rochester, where they trade your way. Online at shepherdsrochester.com. Farming is a way of life for many of our Hoosier families. Protect all of your farming assets with coverage from Evans Agency in Rochester. They offer farm liability, farm personal property, and farm outbuilding policies, all customized to fit your coverage needs. Judy Evans and her staff have been serving the insurance needs of this community for over a decade. Let Judy help you protect your farm, your life, your business, and all of your possessions. Evans Agency. Online at evansagencyrochester.com.
Every touchdown from every game, every Sunday afternoon.
Don't miss a touchdown with Red Zone from NFL Network and RTC Fiber Communications. Call today to get yourself set up for all the action. Protect yourself from personal attack on campus, in the home, at the mall, or wherever you are. Blue Dragon Taekwondo in Rochester is offering a self-defense boot camp so that you have the basic skills to protect yourself in an attack. Blue Dragon is the area's leading martial arts facility. Master instructor Dave Colger and his team welcome new participants and those seeking to learn the basic self-defense techniques. Contact Blue Dragon Taekwondo today to learn more about this exciting self-defense boot camp. This broadcast brought to you in part by these local sponsors. The lawyers and staff of Peterson, Wagner & Perkins LLP are here to provide the highest quality legal and professional service to their clients presently and for the future. See a full list of services online at peterson-wagner.com. Evans Agency in Rochester, offering farm liability, personal property, and outbuilding policies, all customized to fit your insurance needs. Let Judy help you protect all of your possessions. Online at evansagencyrochester.com. Stay connected with the fastest internet speeds available with RTC Fiber Communications. Voice data and video connectivity for the 21st century. Online at rtc1.com. First Federal Savings Bank is your local mortgage lender with 6 locations throughout North Central Indiana. Trust the professionals at First Federal Savings Bank. Online at firstfederalbanking.com.
There's no better time than right now to buy or refinance a home, and there's no better place to go for a mortgage loan than First Federal Savings Bank.
Mortgage interest rates are still incredibly low, so now's the perfect time to talk with one of our loan experts.
We offer a variety of mortgage loans, from conventional loans to FHA and USDA subsidized loans.
We don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best bank.
Are you in pain from an injury or arthritis? What if there was a place that could meet all of your orthopedic needs? A place with some of the best orthopedic doctors and staff in the Midwest. A place where you're treated as a person instead of a patient. What if that place weren't in Chicago or Indianapolis? There is such a place. Rochester Orthopedics, your regional orthopedic specialist. When you're looking for comfort and relief, remember, trust the board-certified and fellowship-trained surgeons at Rochester Orthopedics.
All this month, you can save big during Shepherd Chevrolet's Summer Drive event, where prices have been slashed to 20% below MSRP on 2017 Cruze, Impala, and Malibu LT Edition. How about a lower rate instead? Take 0% APR for 72 months. The choice is yours during this inventory clearance event going on right now at Shepherd Chevrolet Buick in Rochester, where they trade your way. Online at shepherdsrochester.com. Farming is a way of life for many of our Hoosier families. Protect all of your farming assets with coverage from Evans Agency in Rochester. They offer farm liability, farm personal property, and farm outbuilding policies, all customized to fit your coverage needs. Judy Evans and her staff have been serving the insurance needs of this community for over a decade. Let Judy help you protect your farm, your life, your business, and all of your possessions. Evans Agency. Online at evansagencyrochester.com.
Every touchdown from every game, every Sunday afternoon.
Don't miss a touchdown with Red Zone from NFL Network and RTC Fiber Communications. Call today to get yourself set up for all the action. Protect yourself from personal attack on campus, in the home, at the mall, or wherever you are. Blue Dragon Taekwondo in Rochester is offering a self-defense boot camp so that you have the basic skills to protect yourself in an attack. Blue Dragon is the area's leading martial arts facility. Master instructor Dave Colger and his team welcome new participants and those seeking to learn the basic self-defense techniques. Contact Blue Dragon Taekwondo today to learn more about this exciting self-defense boot camp. This broadcast brought to you in part by these local sponsors. The lawyers and staff of Peterson, Wagoner & Perkins LLP are here to provide the highest quality legal and professional service to their clients presently and for the future. See a full list of services online at peterson-wagoner.com. Evans Agency in Rochester, offering farm liability, personal property, and outbuilding policies, all customized to fit your insurance needs. Let Judy help you protect all of your possessions. Online at evansagencyrochester.com. Stay connected with the fastest internet speeds available with RTC Fiber Communications. Voice data and video connectivity for the 21st century. Online at rtc1.com. First Federal Savings Bank is your local mortgage lender with 6 locations throughout North Central Indiana. Trust the professionals at First Federal Savings Bank. Online at firstfederalbanking.com.
There's no better time than right now to buy or refinance a home, and there's no better place to go for a mortgage loan than First Federal Savings Bank.
Mortgage interest rates are still incredibly low, so now's the perfect time to talk with one of our loan experts.
We offer a variety of mortgage loans, from conventional loans to FHA and USDA subsidized loans.
We don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best bank.
Are you in pain from an injury or arthritis? What if there was a place that could meet all of your orthopedic needs? A place with some of the best orthopedic doctors and staff in the Midwest. A place where you're treated as a person instead of a patient. What if that place weren't in Chicago or Indianapolis? There is such a place. Rochester Orthopedics, your regional orthopedic specialist. When you're looking for comfort and relief, remember, trust the board-certified and fellowship-trained surgeons at Rochester Orthopedics.
All this month, you can save big during Shepherd Chevrolet's Summer Drive event, where prices have been slashed to 20% below MSRP on 2017 Cruze, Impala, and Malibu LT Edition. How about a lower rate instead? Take 0% APR for 72 months. The choice is yours during this inventory clearance event going on right now at Shepherd Chevrolet Buick in Rochester, where they trade your way. Online at shepherdsrochester.com. Farming is a way of life for many of our Hoosier families. Protect all of your farming assets with coverage from Evans Agency in Rochester. They offer farm liability, farm personal property, and farm outbuilding policies, all customized to fit your coverage needs. Judy Evans and her staff have been serving the insurance needs of this community for over a decade. Let Judy help you protect your farm, your life, your business, and all of your possessions. Evans Agency. Online at evansagencyrochester.com.
Every touchdown from every game, every Sunday afternoon.
Don't miss a touchdown with Red Zone from NFL Network and RTC Fiber Communications. Call today to get yourself set up for all the action. Protect yourself from personal attack on campus, in the home, at the mall, or wherever you are. Blue Dragon Taekwondo in Rochester is offering a self-defense boot camp so that you have the basic skills to protect yourself in an attack. Blue Dragon is the area's leading martial arts facility. Master Instructor Dave Colger and his team welcome new participants and those seeking to learn basic self-defense techniques. Contact Blue Dragon Taekwondo today to learn more about this exciting self-defense boot camp. This broadcast brought to you in part by these local sponsors. The lawyers and staff of Peterson, Wagoner & Perkins LLP are here to provide the highest quality legal and professional service to their clients presently and for the future. See a full list of services online at peterson-wagoner.com. Evans Agency in Rochester, offering farm liability, personal property, and outbuilding policies, all customized to fit your insurance needs. Let Judy help you protect all of your possessions. Online at evansagencyrochester.com. Stay connected with the fastest internet speeds available with RTC Fiber Communications. Voice data and video connectivity for the 21st century. Online at rtc1.com. First Federal Savings Bank is your local mortgage lender with 6 locations throughout North Central Indiana. Trust the professionals at First Federal Savings Bank. Online at firstfederalbanking.com.
And we're back for the second half here as the Caston Comets take on the North Judson Blue Jays. Caston hoping to come out with some sort of game plan to put a stop to this offense on the Blue Jays and really their defense, because I've seen pretty good plays on both sides, but the score is sitting 30-0 with the Blue Jays in the lead. Really, I think this whole first half was definitely all Blue Jays for the most part. We saw a couple good things come out of Caston, but I just think the Blue Jays have something going on that the Comets just don't quite have yet.
Well, and I think, you hit the nail on the head pretty early when you talked about momentum. And I think credit to the Blue Jays, anytime they had a chance of losing their momentum, they got it back very quickly, whether it was an interception or two or a really big defensive stop. But that's not very easy for a team to recognize, hey, we're starting to lose our momentum swing, and then on top of that to get it back. So credit to the Blue Jays, but also credit to Caston. I mean, the score's 30-0, and we watched a couple plays where the Blue Jays ran into the end zone pretty handily, and it was an easy run for them, but Caston was still pushing. I haven't been disgusted with either team as far as lack of effort. So it's been.
I don't think you can say Caston has quit quite yet.
No, not at all. And that's, I mean, it's easy to do when you look at the scoreboard, and it's easy to quit, but it's also easy to get a positive attitude and move back the other way, which I think that's where Caston's hopefully heading, because they had a rough first half, but I mean, it's a whole new half right now. So.
And you can attest to the fact, being a collegiate athlete at one point in your life, to the fact that there's definitely a psychological game to be played. So you could look at the Blue Jays and be like, wow, 30-point lead. Perhaps they start to get a little sloppy with their plays, or maybe a little more too lenient with what they start to do, and the Comets might come out hungry.
Yep. If the Blue Jays start to relax, or even have a little bit of a lackadaisical mentality because the score is 30-0, and like you said, Caston comes out ready to go, it's a whole entire 4-quarter game for a reason. They don't cut it at halftime because the game's not over at that point. So we'll see who got more prepared at halftime, if the Blue Jays are going to keep pushing, if the Comets are just going to come back right as hard. Hopefully, for the benefit of us and everyone that's here, it ends up being a pretty solid game back and forth, because like we said, the second half flew by. There was a lot less errors during that second quarter.
But I would say that the ones that we saw, definitely that big mistake that happened on the Comets, right at about the 45-yard line, right when we thought that, okay, wow, 3 minutes left, they starting to push on the Blue Jays, the goal here.
Yep.
And I think it was a fumble, wasn't it?
Yes.
They just lost possession of it.
And, yeah, I'll agree. Instead of having 10 tiny little turnovers, it seems like any error that Caston's had has been a big glaring error. And, you have that every now and then where, hey, it'd be easy to just take a couple yards back and consider that a turnover. But a fumble or an interception, those are the big ones that really count. So it just kind of depends on how many turnovers and what type are you committing for any sport that you play, honestly.
Absolutely. It looks like the Comets are going to go ahead and kick it off here with the Blue Jays receiving. Looks like we have, I can't see his number 5, actually, Fletcher Greer, who has been quite a strong runner for the Blue Jays here.
Yeah, it has turned night over the halftime spiel while we were running sponsor ads and things, but it is a little harder to see those Blue Jay numbers with the gold shining off the football lights. But this is definitely your Friday night lights, your Friday night football weather. Not complaining at all for what we were handed here tonight.
Blue Jays will be receiving to start off the second half.
And this will be the first kick off for the Comets.
Yes, and it's number 2, which I do not have on our list here. So, unfortunately, I do not know who number 2 is for the Comets.
But he's kicking off.
Going to put it about the 45-yard line. And I think
Nolan Scheidler on the return.
Yeah, number 27, Nolan Scheidler on the return. And I think the Comets were trying to find maybe a player that they knew perhaps wasn't much of a runner, or at least not one that was as notable as Fletcher Greer.
Yeah, don't give it to the hot hand, that's for sure.
And Fletcher Greer with possession here gets a gain of about
Fletcher Greer on the
4.
carry.
Second and 6. Small gain on the play here.
Fletcher Greer on the carry, brought down by Brandon Kinsler.
Fletcher Greer with the carry. Brought down by Caston, number 55,
Brings
Brandon
up 3rd and
Kinzer.
6.
Putting the Blue Jays at 3rd and 6.
Tyler Blount on the carry.
Tyler Blount on the carry. Going to be a very small gain here.
Brought down by Brandon Kinsler.
Brandon Kinzer again with the stop.
Brings up 4th and 3.
4th and 3 here. Looks like the Blue Jays are going to go ahead and go for it. Going to go ahead and for a pass. Comets almost able to pick it off. Incomplete.
Pass from Peretti intended for Contreras. Incomplete.
Trying to find number 30, Chris Contreras, which we've seen some pretty big plays out of him in the past. So
Turnover
a good stop by Caston.
First down, Comets.
Going to bring possession over to Caston's on a turnover of downs at about the 47-yard line. Do some quick math.
Math and quick are not two words that go together for me.
Not if you want to be accurate.
No.
Which is why I make so many mistakes. Ooh, thrown back to Casey Alt. A good attempt there to try and get some ground as he was hit early on, number 7.
Alt on the carry.
Tate Cowell had possession and knew he was going to get hit and tossed it back to Casey Alt.
Logan Block with the tackle.
Still going to be a loss of yards. Getting a little chilly up here, Abby.
Yeah, we are. If we were a sailboat, we would be the sails at the top. So we have the most windage.
Looks like we've got Casey Alt once again with a very minimal gain here. Not looking good.
It actually isn't windy at all tonight,
Casey
so
Alt on
I'm
the carry.
very
Brought
lucky
down
to
by
be wearing a
Nolan
T-shirt
Seibert.
tonight and not having a 20-mile-an-hour wind coming up here.
Right.
And Logan Block.
And put the Castons 3rd and 12. I would say Caston looks a little more assembled this quarter, but still not able to make anything happen quite yet.
They just need that little break. One ball bounce to go their way from putting a score on the board.
Number 20, Brady Hartman, brought down at about the line of scrimmage. Going to put Caston 4rd and 13.
By Josh Reed.
I think the Comets are going to go ahead and go for it, knowing what position they're in. Or perhaps not. They're going to go ahead and punt it. 8.5 minutes left in the third quarter.
Comets back to punt. Chucky Wilcox back to return.
Number 33, Chucky Wilcox, to return the ball as it bounces really close to the sideline. He finds a gap, brought out at about the 35-yard line. Probably got more yards there than he should have.
Yes, I would agree.
Taken out of bounds by Seth Johnson.
Seth Johnson with the shove out of bounds.
So when they get shoved out of bounds, does the ball go to the center of the field when they put it back in play?
I'm not sure how they do the hash marks, if they just go to the nearest hash mark there.
Okay, hash marks. Okay.
I think that's actually my dad had to school me on that over the weekend because I think he listened to a little bit of my commentary.
Okay, and he
was like disappointed, you know. He was like, "Wow, I don't think you can be a Gerald anymore." But
we disown you. So
I may have gotten it wrong, so I may not be a Gerald anymore.
We'll see you on Monday.
Looks like they're going to pretty much fight there at the line of scrimmage, maybe a small gain of about a yard or two.
Peretti on the keeper.
Caden Peretti on the keeper as Casey Alt stops him from gaining any sort of large ground. They're going to find number 5, Fletcher Greer.
On the carry.
For a large gain there. About 4 yards. I guess not as large as I thought. I think he rolled further than he was brought down.
Yeah, it was a hard hit. We heard those helmets crack, but went down beforehand.
Putting the Blue Jays 3rd and 4. I'll pause in the game here. Not sure what the confusion is. Quick handoff to Fletcher Greer. Not going to make a gain.
Fletcher Greer on the carry. Brought down by Casey Alt.
Like it's going to leave it about 4th and 4, maybe 4th and 3. 4th and 2.
Okay.
I'm wrong.
You were close. It was a
4th
number.
and 2.
Somewhere between 1 and 10.
Yeah. Take your pick.
I think they're going to go ahead and go for it. There's not anything to lose on their half, I don't think, at this point.
Correct.
I think it falls short of a first down here. They're calling it at about the 44-yard line.
So we're switching sides.
Comets, first down.
It is the Comets. Blue Jays fall 1 yard short of moving the chains. Comets find Casey Alt. He finds a little bit of a gap. Going to come down at about the 40-yard line.
Casey Alt on the carry.
Of a gain of about 4 yards.
Brought
2nd and 6.
Jagger Boyd and Nolan Scheibler.
Once again, the Comets finding themselves at about the 40-yard line. We'll see if they can actually break past that barrier I feel like they've been stuck at for almost the entirety of the game.
Right, just on either side of that 50-yard line. Not too far either way.
Hand it over to 35. Gain of about 2. Colin Welker with the carry.
Welker on the carry.
Third and 3 for the Comets. Comets taking a quick breather here, knowing that they have to do something with this possession.
Right.
Well, I guess they kind of have to, because I don't imagine they're not going to do anything with the 4th. If they need it. They're pretty close here.
Brady Hartman on the carry.
Brady Hartman with the carry. I think they get it. They move the chains.
Woo-hoo!
First down for the Comets.
That's exciting.
Comets, first down.
They break past the barrier on their first possession in the second half.
Yeah, it's got to feel good to get past that.
I believe this is their first possession in the second half, right? Correct?
Is it a math question?
No.
Oh, okay.
So this game is blended into one giant quarter to me.
Yeah. But on the plus side, everyone's helmets are particularly shiny under these lights.
Yeah,
and
well.
It's very beautiful.
Got Casey Alt again with the carry. Gain of about
Alt on the
3.
Carry, brought down by Nolan Scheibler.
It's crazy how much slower the game seems to go when both teams are just running a few yards at a time, you know, instead of breaking it open with that big pass.
Yeah, Caston's, I know that they had a coaching change, so they're probably still trying to figure out what kind of game they want to play here, and some of these players may even still be adjusting.
Well, I mean, I think every team's still in that boat, whether they have the same coach or the new coach, with the added obstacle of having a new coach.
We got a timeout here by the Comets. We're going to take a quick break and a word from our sponsors. You're watching RTC TV4. We'll be back after this.
There's no better time than right now to buy or refinance a home, and there's no better place to go for a mortgage loan than First Federal Savings Bank.
Mortgage interest rates are still incredibly low, so now's the perfect time to talk with one of our loan experts.
We offer a variety of mortgage loans, from conventional loans to FHA and USDA subsidized loans.
We don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best bank.
Are you in pain from an injury or arthritis? What if there was a place that could meet all of your orthopedic needs? A place with some of the best orthopedic doctors and staff in the Midwest. A place where you're treated as a person instead of a patient. What if that place weren't in Chicago or Indianapolis? There is such a place. Rochester Orthopedics, your regional orthopedic specialist. When you're looking for comfort and relief, remember, trust the board-certified and fellowship-trained surgeons at Rochester Orthopedics.
And we're back. Comets with possession. Second down, 8 yards to go. 3 minutes left in the third quarter. The Blue Jays lead 30-0. Comets looking for their first touchdown of the game here. Casey Alt with the carry. He's going to make some ground with the help from his team.
Yeah, that one looked pretty good.
Very solid gain on the play. Looks like we've got about 2 yards to go here for a first down. Gonna find number 35. He's gonna fall short.
Colton Welker on the carry.
Colton Welker with the carry. Gonna put the Comets fourth down, 2 yards to go. Colton falling right at the line of scrimmage. Actually, looks like they're going to take a loss of a yard on that play. Minute 56 left in the third quarter.
Brings up 4th and 3.
Comets going to go for it. Casey Alt, he finds a gap. He's got some room. He's got some room.
Yeah, go.
Oh, he falls down at about the 5-yard line, but a really good gain, just what the Comets needed.
Yep.
Caleb Peretti.
Just kept pushing and finally busted it open right there.
Caleb Peretti with the tackle on the Blue Jays.
First down.
Comets making a significant gain on the play. Definitely needed that, as it's been a very dismal game on their end. Of very small gains when they've got them, and just some mistakes that have really bit them.
Right. It seemed every time they made a little bit of headway, they had a mistake or a turnover, and so that was one of the biggest pushes they've had all game.
Looks like there's going to be a quick timeout here by the Blue Jays.
Timeout, Blue Jays.
As we take another quick break from our sponsors, you're watching RTC TV4. We'll be back after this.
All this month, you can save big during Shepherd Chevrolet's Summer Drive event, where prices have been slashed to 20% below MSRP on 2017 Cruze, Impala, and Malibu LT Edition. How about a lower rate instead? Take 0% APR for 72 months. The choice is yours during this inventory clearance event going on right now at Shepherd Chevrolet Buick in Rochester, where they trade your way. Online at shepherdsrochester.com. Farming is a way of life for many of our Hoosier families. Protect all of your farming assets with coverage from Evans Agency in Rochester. They offer farm liability, farm personal property, and farm outbuilding policies, all customized to fit your coverage needs. Judy Evans and her staff have been serving the insurance needs of this community for over a decade. Let Judy help you protect your farm, your life, your business, and all of your possessions. Evans Agency, online at evansagencyrochester.com.
We're back. Caston with possession here, finding Casey Alt again. The carry looks like he's going to make a small gain, if not fall down right at the line of scrimmage.
Alt on the carry.
Actually, I'm completely wrong. Looks like it's second and third. They're far away. I have no idea what's going on.
Oh.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Under a minute left in the quarter, though.
Oh, go, go. Time stresses me out.
Although they do keep possession.
Okay.
Looks like it's a Comets touchdown.
It is.
Number 20, Brady Hartman.
Brady Hartman on the carry for a Comets touchdown.
First one of the game, putting the score 30-6. I think the Comets are just going to go ahead and take the field goal here, knowing how much they've worked to get just this far.
Right. Add 1 point, don't get greedy early. I mean, late.
Brady Hartman with the attempt here. As he was the one that just scored the touchdown, he will now try and earn the extra point.
Might as well do it all.
No good.
No?
No good. A little too far to the right.
Extra point attempt is no good.
He definitely had some serious pressure from the defense.
Yeah, the Blue Jays were
May have gotten in his head a little bit there.
It's hard to see through the camera.
Ironically, right?
Yeah.
As a camera is a seeing device to an extent.
Right. Maybe I'm just old.
Yeah.
Need to get closer to the viewfinder.
If you're old, that's bad news for me.
You only have a year on me. I'll be okay.
36 seconds left in the third quarter as the Blue Jays get ready to receive the ball. Looks like they have Fletcher Greer back there in the back end ready to return it. Not sure Caston will put the ball in his hands.
Right.
Knowing that he is a strong runner.
Let's try and stay away from that.
Maybe at this point that you see more of an onside kick, which is what we saw initially.
Right,
there.
at the beginning of the game. Yeah, not a traditional way to start that off.
Yeah, that was caught me off guard. Obviously worked for him, though, because it did get them some early momentum that I think.
Much needed. Hats off for that.
Comet's going to send it down midfield. Number 18, Logan Block with the carry.
Logan Block on the return.
Going to be brought down at about the 44-yard line. Which I think they're going to call it 45, just to prove me wrong.
Well, it would be out of ordinary for this game if that wasn't the case.
Yeah. Suppose the referees probably know a little bit more about football than I.
I mean, I guess you could say that.
Large gain there by the Blue Jays.
Tyler Blount on the carry.
Number 88, Tyler Blount with the carry.
Brought down by Blake Albright.
Sort of a bigger runner there. probably a little harder to stop than Fletcher Greer. As we stand up here, you can kind of see more of the size difference, I think, between the players. So,
which is huge advantage on the football field, for sure.
Looks like we're going to have another timeout here.
That's the end of the third quarter.
No, it is the end of the third quarter. I was not looking at the clock.
Tonight's jackpot.
So we're going to take a quick break here as we transition into the fourth. The Blue Jays lead 30-6. You're watching RTC TV4. We'll be back right after this.
This broadcast brought to you in part by these local sponsors. The lawyers and staff of Peterson, Wagoner & Perkins LLP are here to provide the highest quality legal and professional service to their clients presently and for the future. See a full list of services online at peterson-wagoner.com. Evans Agency in Rochester, offering farm liability, personal property, and outbuilding policies, all customized to fit your insurance needs. Let Judy help you protect all of your possessions. Online at evansagencyrochester.com. Stay connected with the fastest internet speeds available with RTC Fiber Communications. Voice data and video connectivity for the 21st century. Online at rtc1.com. First Federal Savings Bank is your local mortgage lender with 6 locations throughout North Central Indiana. Trust the professionals at First Federal Savings Bank. Online at firstfederalbanking.com.
And we're back to start the fourth quarter. Blue Jays not with possession? No, they are with possession. Okay. I'm confused. They change sides of field, so.
Tyler Blount on the carry.
Tyler Blount with the carry.
Blue Jay. First down.
Blue Jays get another first down, setting them about the 43-yard line. Had to wait for the change to land there to figure out where we were.
Yes. Agreed. Understandable. Do you think those are wishbones in the end zones? Painted?
They might be. Yeah, we do have some interesting art here on the Blue Jay field.
A blue wishbone. Yes.
Ooh, not going to be caught. Aiming
Pass
for
on
number
Brody intended for Chucky Wilcox.
Chucky Wilcox, number 33.
Is he the one in the first half with the nice catch? Or
He was not. That was number 30, Contreras.
Okay.
So actually changing it up from their pattern with their pass plays, it has been Contreras, I think, every time they've tried. Caston still able to adapt and make sure that that pass does not happen. Blue Jays run it to the outside. They're going to have the first down. Brought down at about the 29-yard line.
Tyler Blount on the carry.
Tyler
for
Blount.
Another Blue Jay.
Once more.
First down.
For somebody
With that
not on the
carry.
roster, he's definitely made a large contribution.
Yeah, maybe they left him
tonight.
off there on purpose.
Yes.
I mean, this could have been a strategy.
We didn't know about him.
Looks like a little bit of a mix-up there.
Wilcox on the carry.
Wilcox with the carry did not make any ground. She looks like a loss of a yard or two. Blue Jays sitting second down and 12. Wow, I actually thought that was going to be a no gain, but that was actually Chucky Wilcox,
Yeah,
number 33. He
broke
snuck out of
away.
there.
Yeah.
I was a little surprised. It looked like the action had stopped, and I was waiting to see who got up.
Sneak was the right word. He definitely did not bust out of there right into the wide open.
Don't forget, the 7th and 8th grade go to Caston tomorrow morning for an 11:30 kickoff.
This puts the Blue Jays at about the 11-yard line.
7th and 8th grade game.
1st and 10. Pretty close to a 1st and goal. Not quite. Number 33 running out to the side as he knocks down the chains.
Oh.
Chucky Wilcox.
Chucky Wilcox.
Was it the chains or the chain holder?
I think just the chains.
Okay.
I think the chain holders are trained to
Drop
drop the chains.
Drop the chains, like drop the mic and
Yeah.
run. Okay.
I think that's why they have 2 of them, so they can readjust when they need to reposition themselves.
Pretty smart.
Also, the JV will travel to cross-county rival Knox and play Monday for a 5 o'clock kickoff.
It's like Caden Peretti with a keep. Perhaps not. I'm completely wrong. Looks like he's over there at the sidelines, so it was not him.
Oops. Was
So
it
I
Caleb?
think their numbers are a little messed up in comparison to, Caston's are very clear. Theirs are just kind of blend.
Yeah, you're
So
right.
I'm a little
well,
off
especially
because
the
of it.
gold is a lighter color, and like I said, when the light reflecting off of it, there's a shimmer effect. So pardon our mistakes. It's the illusions.
Gonna hand it to Chucky Wilcox again. Number
Chucky
33.
Wilcox on the carry.
Blue Jays sitting 4th and
Next week,
7.
The Blue Jays will take on the Rensselaer Bombers here at beautiful Liberty Field. The 7 p.m. kickoff.
I don't know if the Blue Jays are going to go ahead and go for it here or if they're going to go for. Looks like they are. And they're going to find it.
Yep.
Fletcher Greer finding an opening, giving the Blue Jays another goal, 36-6.
Fletcher Greer with the carry for another Blue Jay touchdown.
Oh, looks like there might be an injury.
Yeah, number 20, Brady Hartman. He's able to walk it off, but
Yeah, he is
definitely
able to
not
walk off the
feeling
field. But
very
didn't-
good about it.
Yeah, he didn't hop up like normal.
Not the best thing for the Comets, as he is a very important aspect to their offense and defense.
The Jays will be going for 2.
Blue Jays are going to go ahead and go for 2. Finding number 33, Chucky Wilcox. Comets
get in
meeting
there.
him,
Yep.
but he's still going to find a way around, and he's going to earn it.
That was
Chucky
very
Wilcox
impressive.
on the carry for the conversion.
Just a slight transition back towards the center of the field
Yeah, good
to
footwork.
throw off the defense.
Definitely juked and jived through that gap. I didn't know if he was going to be able to pull it off.
8.5 minutes left in the game. Score 38-6. As the Comets get ready to receive the ball. Trying to at least close the gap a little bit on this score. Going home with a little bit more than where they're at. I would also say that the Blue Jays have a larger team compared to the Comets.
Right.
Maybe giving them a little bit of a,
Well,
some time to refresh and
Yeah, not
you
a
know.
not a ton of guys playing on both sides, so they get a break every now and then.
like I said, we have Brady Hartman, for example, who kicks and plays offense and also plays defense, so he's
Right,
all
and-
over. And I know Casey Alt's the same way, so
Well, the one possession where he scored the touchdown and then went back to kick,
Yeah,
I
right.
was like, okay, you just do it all. Good
He's
job.
going to go ahead and get all those points.
Yeah. High five to you. Oh.
Ball fell off. As number 30, Chris Contreras, gets ready to kick. Looks like we have Blake Albright in the back ready to return. Hasn't made it that far necessarily all the time.
Oh, there's a high one. Oh.
Going to
no.
find the hands of number 7, Tate Cowell. Brought down at about the 40-yard line.
Tate Cowell on the carry.
The Blue Jay fans definitely getting into this game now.
Yes, it is chilly, and
I see
there's some shirts coming
some
off.
shirts taken off, and I'm here shivering.
Which I'll borrow. No, I won't do that. It's tempting.
I would not advise it.
Yeah, probably not. Strangers' clothes. My mom told me not to do that. But they must be warm from being up by so many points. So maybe that's why.
Comets looking for something going here. It's like a handoff to number 20, Brady Hartman. He's going to make a small gain.
Brady Hartman on the carry.
Not seeing a change here on the scoreboard to let you know how large of a gain that was, but number 7 finding, I think that was Brady Hartman again.
Short pass.
No, it was 40, Casey Alt.
Pass from Cowell to Alt.
Tate Cowell throwing it over to him. Third and 2. Now with the way this game's looking, I'd say the early game for the Blue Jays definitely played in their favor.
Yes.
Early bird gets the worm kind of deal.
Oh, no pun intended.
Good run here by the Comets, though.
Yeah.
Making a larger gain than he should have.
Yes.
Pushing with quite an effort.
Brought down by Sam Back.
At about the 40-yard line, he's slow to get up.
Oh, there's
two injuries on the field. Looks like a small leg cramp here on one. Another gets up. That was Casey Alt on the carry.
Stretching that
Taking
out
a quick moment to feel himself out as he was tackled by about 3 people.
Yes. When the whole team jumps on top of you, you are allowed to take a break for a minute. Blue Jays showing some respect, kneeling down for the injury. I never like to zoom in on the injury, so we'll focus.
Yeah, it looked like just a. No, he's limping on it. I thought maybe it was just a leg cramp. Definitely feeling a little more than a simple cramp here.
Some applause as he makes it off the field.
It's like number 35, Colton Welker. Play clock starts ticking as the Comets line up on the line of scrimmage. Tate Cowell, he's going to run for it. There's a flag on the play. He's got some room. Going to go out of bounds at about the 19-yard line.
Yeah, that was a good run.
Cowell on the carry.
Way to make something happen as he was almost brought down. behind the line of scrimmage. But there is a flag on the field. Don't know if this plays in favor of the Comets or not. There may have been a holding call on the Comets with...
No.
No?
Oh, they gain some yardage.
Yeah, they're actually going to gain some yardage. So it was against the Blue Jays.
That's good to see for the Comets. They haven't caught a ton of breaks tonight, so I was hoping with that run that they would get rewarded a little bit for that.
Not entirely sure what the call is. Waiting for the professionals over the PA to tell me.
Six minutes and 23 seconds left.
Going to be first and goal as they line up at the 10-yard line. Tate Cowell, he's going to run for it again. He's got a little bit of room. He gets it into the end zone.
Busted through that.
Tate Cowell on the carry for a touchdown.
What a run by Tate Cowell. That's twice in a row now. He's taken some plays that just look well covered and gained some solid ground on it.
Definitely found those gaps and pushed through.
Looks like they may have accidentally given those points over to the home team.
Okay, let's not do that.
There we go.
Give us the points earned.
All right, score is 38-12. I'm not sure how Brady Hartman's feeling, so they may go for two here. Looks like that's what they're doing. Brady Hartman's going to go ahead and run it in.
And he got it.
So he was feeling all right. Just
yeah.
They decided not to go ahead and make him kick it.
Good.
Score 38-14. Comets showing a little bit of fire now in the fourth.
Gaining some ground here. 6:16 to go.
Unfortunately, the clock is not in their favor. It's going to take quite a few.
Yes, Hail Marys.
Perhaps Hail Marys and some other miracle things.
Some other Marys.
To gain this ground, but definitely a good job on the Comets to still pursue some points here,
right.
You know, and not just like, well, it's fourth quarter and we've got 25 points to go.
Right.
Still pursuing the win, or at least a tighter game. Blue Jays going to receive Caston's kickoff here. Looks like Fletcher Greer in the back.
Blue Jays will be back in action here at home next Friday night when we face the Rensselaer Bombers. Kickoff at 7 o'clock.
Brady Hartman with the kickoff here. Leg must be doing all right.
Usually bananas help in cramped situations.
You think they got a bundle of bananas over there on the side?
Sometimes athletic trainers have very unusual things that help.
I think Comets might go for something a little interesting here, like an onside kick. Find number 27 for the Blue Jays. He's going to make more ground than he should have.
Oh, pushing
forward. Falls backwards.
Nolan Scheidler on the return.
Nolan Scheidler with the return.
Same person they kicked it to last time. Or 2 times ago.
He must have liked how he handled it last time. Then,
yes.
Blue Jays going to be taking the ball at about the 49-yard line. So you're going to give it off to... Ooh, he breaks free. Number 32 for the Blue Jays, Chance Thomas, a name we have not heard tonight. As another Caston player goes down, he looks like he's in pain. Physicians check in. Looks like that's number 35 again, Colton Welker. This is, man, not a good night for him.
Nope. But if it
looks
was
like
a cramp
the same leg as well, unfortunately.
If it was a cramp, easy to happen again, but kudos to him for coming in and still trying.
Colton Welker going to get up, wobbling a little bit as he walks off the field. The assistant of his coaching team. Comets taking that time to try and orchestrate themselves a little bit. I imagine Colton Welker is going to go ahead and sit the rest of the game out, wanting those injuries to heal up, because like I said, I think that was an injury on the same leg 2 times in a row now.
Right, not worth it, just under 6 minutes left to play.
In a game that is not close enough to want to risk something like that,
right.
I'd say.
I would agree.
Save it for next Friday. Now, I did mention, Caston has some time to orchestrate. This also gave Blue Jays some time to orchestrate.
Yep.
So,
see what happens with this play.
And they're going to be getting a little more. Looks like we have some new players on the field, maybe some JVers.
Getting some time on the field.
Caden Peretti on the carry.
Now you have to memorize your numbers again.
Caden Peretti on the carry, actually, not a new player. Yeah, actually, I don't have any of these numbers. I saw 82 walk off the field. I don't have that one. So
okay.
After this, it's just, well.
We'll have to work on that for next time. I was the roster fetcher, so it probably is my fault. I'll take that.
I don't know if I would have expected you to retype the papers.
Can I have your name, please?
Yeah, you need to I should have expected you to interview all the players
know.
And just get their numbers. Anyways, the Blue Jays line up again. Gonna run it. Brought down. Gained a little more than I thought he did. Looked like number 22. Logan Brown. Four minutes, 15 seconds left in the game.
4th and 1 for the Blue Jays.
4th down, 1 yard to go for the Blue Jays, as I think you see just a solid push down the middle here, trying to get that yard.
I would agree. In all the football I've learned tonight, I would agree.
Going to be a keeper.
Oh.
Looks like he's not going to get it.
And a
as
Caston
the Comets
player
just jump on top of him.
From above.
It's going to be a turnover on downs, I think. They may have got it. They're going to call the chains out. Do some serious measuring.
Gonna measure.
Looks like they did not.
Blue
They
Jays
did get
first
it.
down.
Okay, that was right on the line.
It was very close.
I don't know if the rules differ. I tend to watch more professional NFL football if I watch any, so, and that changes every year, I feel like.
Yes.
So I'm lost every year as far as what's right and
You have
what's
to
wrong.
watch a few
so.
games to get used to it, for sure.
So going to go ahead and be a Blue Jay first down at about the 42-yard line. So I think most of the Blue Jay starters have been taken
Taylor
off the
Brown on
field.
the carry.
Number 41, Taper Brown with that carry. A small gain of a yard. Ball is dropped. It's going to be recovered by number 12,
Covered by the Comet.
Yeah.
Zach Conrad.
Very quick to see that and jump on
Zach
it.
Conrad on the recovery.
2 minutes,
Comet,
43
first down.
seconds left in the game. I think the Comets would like to at least see another touchdown on the board. Actually, I know they would.
Yes.
I don't think I even have to go
Nope.
ask them. I think
don't
that's
think
what they.
so.
I think they'd like to see
you
a few,
don't
but
even have to phone a friend. You can probably
think,
just go for that one.
Comets might be looking to take advantage a little bit of the JV team being brought out, it looks like. Tate Cowell, he's going to run it. He's got some room. Make it to about the 43-yard line.
Another good run by him.
Yeah,
First down, Comets.
definitely a pretty fast quarterback.
Yes.
Faster than I.
And I don't think we can really compare ourselves to them. They might be offended.
No? Yeah. Yeah, probably.
Personal foul on the Blue Jays.
Personal foul on the Blue Jays.
Personal
Going to
foul.
be, I believe, 15 yards on those sort of calls. Was earlier. Putting the Comets at about the 29-yard line. Casey Alt coming into play. I don't know if he was out of play, but he coming from the sidelines.
He might have had a drink. Was thirsty.
Tate Cowell with the hold. He's got nowhere to go as he's sacked in the backfield. Going to bring him down at about the 43-yard line. Making that personal foul negligible. Irrelevant, negligible.
All
Synonymous.
Good
And just-
vocab words until you said that one.
Right, synonymous. Just got an update from the Zebra game. Looks like the Zebras won 20-7 over Osceola.
Wow. Congratulations.
And Argus Soccer tied Faith Christian 1-1.
Oh, a tie.
Ooh. I don't know.
Flag on the play.
Once again, we go back to the conversation. I don't know what to call that, but I think it was against the Blue Jays.
So Rochester now 2-0 on their football season, having a really good start.
They also had a coaching change this year.
They did.
So-
Coach Hooker now. Brian Hooker is the new coach.
Going to be about 5 yards here, I think, for the Comets. Helping them a little bit after that sack. Second down, 15 yards to go.
But Argus Soccer to tie. Ooh, that's a tough one to have to end a game in a tie. I know it happens.
Tate Cal try and find somebody. Looks like there's going to be a flag on the play with
Tate
interference, I think.
On the pass attempt.
Number
Flag on the play.
20, Manuel Barnes from the Blue Jays, I think, just got a little too physical there on the receiver. Another update here. Tippecanoe Valley trailing Culver Military Academy 33-0. So a very similar situation to what we're seeing here.
Sounds like it.
CMA, obviously a very well organized school.
Personal foul on the Blue Jays.
Personal foul on the Blue Jays, actually.
Comets moving up.
So that may have been called that way simply because
Roughing the
play
passer?
was sort of over.
Is that the correct terminology? Roughing?
No, I don't think it was the passer. I think it was the receiver. They called that.
Oh.
For that
I
foul
tried.
occurred.
The only terminology, I threw it out there.
You just hear
and
it, so you're like, oh,
swatted
that must
it
be
out
right.
of the air.
Tate Cal, he's backing up. He doesn't have anybody. Throws it down. Got a flag on the play.
Incomplete pass.
It's going to be an incomplete pass.
Flag on the play.
With a flag on the play. See what they call it. Looks like they might just get a repeat second down here.
Intentional grounding against the Comets.
Intentional grounding against the Comets. See, I thought maybe, but he called it with the announcer, and I trusted him. Can only trust people so far, Abby, if we've learned anything this game.
Yes.
Sometimes you got to go with your gut.
We are not those people, but the loudspeaker announcer is. So we trust him.
Comets sitting at the 43-yard line. Second and 25 yards to go. It's going to be brought down about the 44.
Blake Albright on the carry.
Number 8, Blake Albright with the carry.
Gotta tuck those pads back in.
About a minute left in the game. Score 38-14. Caston probably just wants to try for one more here. It looks like the Caston Comets are going to go ahead and call a timeout, stop the clock, and see if they can get something on the board before this game ends. You're watching RTC TV4, and we'll be back right after this.
There's no better time than right now to buy or refinance a home, and there's no better place to go for a mortgage loan than First Federal Savings Bank.
Mortgage interest rates are still incredibly low, so now's the perfect time to talk with one of our loan experts.
We offer a variety of mortgage loans, from conventional loans to FHA and USDA subsidized loans.
We don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best bank.
Are you in pain from an injury or arthritis? What if there was a place that could meet all of your orthopedic needs? A place with some of the best orthopedic doctors and staff in the Midwest. A place where you're treated as a person instead of a patient. What if that place weren't in Chicago or Indianapolis? There is such a place. Rochester Orthopedics, your regional orthopedic specialist. When you're looking for comfort and relief, remember, trust the board-certified and fellowship-trained surgeons at Rochester Orthopedics.
We're back after a quick timeout by the Comets. Just under a minute here in the game. Comets third down, 25 yards to go. They're looking for a big play here, I'd say, to try and get into that end zone before this game wraps up to bring the score a little closer. Tate Cal, he's got some room. He can run it. Going to try and find the sideline. No, he's not.
Tate Cal on carry.
Probably should have tried to hit that sideline to stop that clock, but the Comets may have a timeout here if they use it. They are not. This is going to be the last play of the game as we hit 30 seconds. I think this is where the Hail Marys come out.
Yes.
Probably not, but
let's go, Mary.
You can think. Tate Cal tries to find something. He finds
yes, go
into the end zone. Blake Albright with the reception.
10 seconds left.
And they pull it off, bringing this score definitely to a tighter close.
Yes, a lot more.
38-20 as the Comets may go for the 2-point here. I would imagine you do. And they are. And they find it.
Albright with the carry.
Blake Albright with the carry. Earns the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. 10 seconds left on the clock. Score sitting 38-22 with the Blue Jays in the lead. I think the Comets are just going to try and, I mean, you could look at this two ways. You could either just try and give them something they know they can tackle, or maybe you go for something crazy like an onside kick, try and recover it and run it down the field. Probably a little more risky, but probably not worth it, I would say.
Whatever you need to practice at this point in time, I'd say get that in.
Treat it like a practice game.
10 seconds to go. If you need to practice your onside kicks, do it.
See, I think you're much like me, where I'm like, I go watch a football game, like who's the underdog? Go them.
Go them. Go team.
Because I like exciting games.
Yes. And this
like
has
everybody,
actually
but,
turned out.
Yeah, I think,
closer than it
towards
looked at halftime.
Towards the fourth quarter, Caston started to show up a little bit more and make some things happen. Looks like the Blue Jays might be. Go ahead and receive it. Fletcher Greer returns it. He's brought down at about the 45 with a flag on the play.
Fletcher Greer on the carry. Flag on the play.
I don't know what they're calling. 3.5 seconds left. If it stays in possession of the Blue Jays, this game's over. Which I imagine it does, because there was no fumble or anything like that. I don't want to anticipate what those hand signals mean, but it looks like it may be Caston's ball.
We've been
and it is.
Wow.
We have a very interesting situation here with 3.5 seconds left. Caston has one play. Now, I'll tell you, if there were any time for a Hail Mary, it's now.
Yes.
But I think their running play is much stronger than their passing game.
But
so
I want to see it.
I think they're going to go ahead and run it.
It'll make my night if we Hail Mary it.
And I would say with the way this game has looked, you might look for something with Tate Cowell. Even though he is the quarterback, he's definitely been able to close some yards.
Find a way to make something happen.
Looks like another flag on the play.
And that's the ball game.
Nope, they're going to go ahead and down it.
North Judson,
all right.
St. Pierre Blue Jays winning 38-22.
Blue Jays win 38-22 over the Caston Comets.
See you next week.
As this game comes to a close, I'm Brant Gerald here with Abby Malco at North Judson High School. You're watching RTC TV4, and we'll see you next time.
To the nearest receptacle.